recording has started. Greetings and welcome to Dodrick and Die presents the Grimstone Chronicles, Season 2, Episode 6. I am your host, but not your DM. That organized insanity belongs to Adam. I'm going to unmute their mics so that you may hear their lovely voices. Adam, Ahmed, what's going on today?
What up? What's on, guys?
I found a strongman log from a company that will ship it to me for less than $1,000 shipping.
Nice.
So I bought that. I'm looking forward. I am excited. I'm going to look like the crazy person lifting stuff in his backyard again because I've been in my house for a long time, but I don't have enough space to do this stuff in my house. So I'm looking forward to that. And then I mentioned before, but everything's going well for my body's feeling good. I'm planning to pull a deadlift PR on Monday, and things are feeling solid. I had donuts and sushi today. I'm good to go. Woo!
What a combo.
Yeah. I had actually the donuts and then the sushi. It was donuts first, sushi afterwards, because they were warm, and I ate them in the car on the way home from buying the sushi. I might have been hungry. Nah, it's all that stuff is. I'm really excited about getting a log, a 12-inch log, because just be a big man and put stuff over my head and train that again. Because it's been 2 months since I put anything over my head. So.
Did you have your Timbits?
No, they were tiny Toms. They were tiny Toms. Where you go to the place and they have this little automated machine where they dump you watch the donuts being made as it goes through like the little machine. You give them $3, they give you a dozen donuts. Yeah.
Well, you're buying a log in about 3 hours. I'm gonna be making. I'm kidding. Good times. I'm good, man. Busy week, relaxing on the weekend. That's what it's about. And not having your characters die. That's what it's all about. Hear that?
Well, so Mark's not here, so
Having your characters not die. Other players. Who gives a shit? Ooh, that's why I never miss a game.
So if we go back to just as an update, excessive amounts of chili is not the best thing to eat before a squat workout. Just as a general life advice.
Excessive amounts of chili is not a good idea, anyways.
Yeah, you don't need to run a fucking study to figure that one out.
I don't know. I think we need to get the lab coats in to check out and see what the problem was. There's some text on my phone of it's a biohazard down here.
What did you do?
Honey, don't come downstairs.
Left a body in the bathroom.
It's good. Beans are healthy, but they're high FODMAP, and I didn't know what that was. I know what that means.
Now you know. Now you know.
Oh,
it's bean time.
8 o'clock.
Bean o'clock.
I wonder if there's anything in the Twitch terms and conditions about farting too much on stream. There might be.
Perhaps.
And you've been banned. Why? Gratuitous flatulence. Gratuitous flatulence.
Overly vicious, sir. Overly. Quick with the beans.
Okay, we are not going to do that, but the thought experiment is funny because poop is funny.
Pooping is funny.
Poopy.
All right, we got our toilet humor out of the way early today.
How old do men have to be to outgrow the poop joke?
You don't.
Dead. Age of death.
Nope. tell my kids it's not funny, and I'm like,
Every time you tell your kids it's not funny, you have to make a bluff check.
yeah, not funny.
Well, there are situations where poop isn't funny. It's like, I fell into the tank. It's not a funny thing. It's backing up into my apartment or into my basement.
Yeah, right, exactly.
It's no longer funny.
True.
Yeah.
If you fell into the tank for other people, that story afterwards is funny. After you find out, did you die? No. Okay, now it's funny.
Why'd you have to throw it out? It got covered in poop. Like that is not. It's not a funny story. There are instances where poop is not funny. How'd he die?
Elvis.
Right. All right. You want to do a quick recap? What happened?
How's your world?
Oh, still going through the housing preconditions or conditions of sale, and things are going fine, but just all to hurry up and wait.
Hurry up and wait. Yeah, it's the way it is. All right, so that's all good, and things are happy. Perfect.
Yeah, and work's busy, and because the house is on the East Coast, I was up at 6 a.m. most mornings because that's 9 a.m. on the East Coast.
Yep.
And doing that for 2 weeks means I'm fucking tired. Like, I got good sleep last night, but I was in bed at midnight, and I got up at 12. I got up at 7 and went, why am I awake? and then, like, was there a noise? There's construction, like, across the street. I was like, well, why did I wake up? No, let's go back. And then slept for another 5 hours. We're good now. We're good. Caffeinated, got Swedish fish. We're ready to go. All right, let's do a recap what happened last time. It's called Bait and Switch. The Steelrose Squad flees into the night along the Imperial Road north of Phaenfar. Grackle and Sulfur scout the now occupied town before tracking down their squad. Chagga hides the party amongst the trees while using a trio of Manticore mercenaries as bait. Hobgoblin forces find the squad's camp with Los, Dugan, Sulfur, and Grackle as defenders. And I believe you said the night went by.
The night went by, morning comes, nobody else comes to your camp. Let's get back to the forest road. There's a big pile of hobgoblins. Errol the Grey is by his pitiful fire with like a little with a body pile already ready in case needed. It looks like he's arranged them such that he could pull himself under a corpse if needed, if he heard anything.
Okay. The party starts to come down, probably visible to Errol out of the tree after 8 hours of rest and 1 hour of prep. I think everyone's spells are prepared, and we start coming out of the tree, a few at a time, and then...
Oh. Errol doesn't look pleased.
Hi, Mr. Man. Weren't there 3 of you?
There was an attack in the night.
Oh. Well, good job in fighting the hobgoblins. Looks like a lot of dead guys. Oh, yes. Yes, good job. Oh, yeah, I led that attack, says Los. Oh, good job, Los. But I'm gonna go back into my canister now. I gotta rest.
Fire burns.
It is the only thing he says.
Yeah, fire burns.
Hey, Safa, do you like tea?
He nods.
Quick question.
You're supposed to say fire burn.
Because Octo has an intelligence score, does he gain hit points overnight?
Yeah, he'll heal.
Okay.
He'll heal as per what a normal undead.
Which I think is his...
Intelligent undead. It's hit dice. It's like a regular character.
Yeah.
But I don't think he can rest to double it.
Mm-hmm. Chagga's pets. He's got 12 hit dice, so he gets 12 hit points back. Cool.
When you say you're supposed to say fire burns, he repeats fire burns.
Oh. Could I speak to my sergeants? Says Chagga. I have indeed connected the patterns in the weave. to figure out a sending spell, and I've written out what I believe we should send the general.
You prepared sending. Okay, cool. All right.
Capra's wandering through. At one point, he's like, "Ah, it's got me!" He's kicking off a dead hobgoblin head that he's just trod across as wandering through the bodies.
Assad walks by with an eyeball like, ooh.
Dugan Schmerf, could you start doing a perimeter around the camp? Jex, can you watch that way, and Mort, maybe you go watch that way. So Dugan's just going to start flying around the camp like in a spiral pattern. Jex is going to watch the rear, and Mort will watch the forward road.
Nice.
Sulfur is preparing his spells. He's a divine caster, so he doesn't matter that he cast them.
Yep. Chagga will talk to Duckin. Duckin's got a 10 int, so Duckin is going to go help Mort.
Grackle's going to stealth next to... He's going to go next to Jex and stealth.
What the fuck are you talking about? Are you sure? Fuck yourself.
Duckin has instructions that if he sees, if him or Mort sees anything, he comes flying back and reports.
He's got 10 int. The instructions can be like the rules to a board game. Monopoly rules.
Chances are Mort will end up fighting the thing he sees.
He will smush the thing, and Duckin will come back.
Yep.
Going more smush the thing.
Octa's just following Chagga like a puppy dog at this point in time.
You know what? That's my favorite pet. This one right here. It doesn't shit anywhere. It doesn't crack fleas. It doesn't have a big pile of food that ants come and pick at.
I think it's because of. I think it's because of the chemicals that the Mad Gator used in its fur.
Yeah, like Capra's like sniffing it, really, like too close, sniffing. Yeah, real pungent.
All right. So, is this sending sufficient? Did I leave anything out? Keep in mind, we only get 25 words to send our fair general, and I've only prepared the spell once for the day.
A Phaenfar overrun 1,000. We didn't ask her how she was doing.
I don't care, frankly, what side of the bed she got up in this morning. I care what our orders are.
I guess General works for both the sir and ma'am, because I think we have to sir the ma'am with the sir at the end.
I didn't have enough words for sir. General's fine.
And are you on first name basis with the...
Well, we are now. If I just say sergeant, you won't know which sergeant. You'll have to guess.
Okay. All right. You could put... I'd put Capra down. I guess Wrathorn. I can put Wrathorn down there.
Do they know how many... one part might be confusing is slew 350. Did the goblins slay 350 townfolk, or did we slay 350 goblins?
Is Capra's looking for Dee Dee? I think it's the same number for both.
Yeah, you can hear Dee Dee. She's scribbling in her book. You can see like she's got a bunch of her writing implements out. She's near the dying embers of the fire across from Errol.
Should we mention the villagers are not all they're captured or something like that?
Town raised.
I'm not really sure.
Town raised, I think, covers everything that you need to know.
Covers it.
There's no more town. It's gone. It's raised.
Is gone.
Doesn't raised mean they made it higher?
No, that would be R-A-I-S-E-D. This is like
Such a
raised
child.
as in burned to the ground. It's people put to the sword, slaughtered.
Oh, so like a destroyed one. Why is it the same word?
It's I don't know the entomology of those words. The etymology. Entomology is the study of insects, I think. Stop confusing.
Yeah, I know entomology.
Linguistics check.
That would be the right check.
Well,
can
you
roll it.
see.
Not now. Is this a good enough sending or not?
Yeah,
It's the
yeah.
best ending that I've seen in a long time.
That's
Well,
good.
That's the
Uh,
first
go
time I've
for
ever
it.
cast the spell, so here's to hoping that it works. But I do not hope because I know the patterns in the weave. Chagga then, I'll need 10 minutes to cast. And he goes over and plumps himself down beside the campfire and begins to chant. Playing with
Do you
a
want I
fine...
should make you a cup of tea or something with some sugars?
He just bobs his head upside down as he's bending this fine copper wire into like a big zigzag shape.
Like a little origami
Yeah,
wire
yep.
thing. Okay. The cake Capra's gonna bring breakfast snacks to Chagga, warm them up beside the body fire. Whew.
It's starting to smell here.
Oh yeah, this is we're gonna if they just leave the hobgoblins lying all over the place, this is definitely gonna cause a problem. Hey, look, pig!
It's gonna go kind of hunk off of a half-burnt pig and bring it over to warm up.
Oh yeah, I guess a bunch of those hobgoblin beastmasters had all sorts of beasts. Right?
There's all sorts of animals. Capra's gonna grab a big.
Okay, he'll wait for Sulfur to go follow Capra. He knows he's a woodsman or whatever. So
Capra's gonna go and he's gonna just collect some hunks of some animals that were slain in the night.
while he's chanting and playing with the copper wire, he looks over at Desaad and just sort of pats the seat, an area of the ground beside him.
Yeah. Sergeant?
He's still muttering and casting.
There's a big sigh from Errol.
Chugga shoots him a look through. Chugga is clearly not pleased with Errol still. His eyes slits when he's looking at him.
I could use some magical healing if it was available.
Oh, why didn't you say anything? Where are you hurt?
He's bloodied.
Okay.
It's kind of everywhere. It's particularly bad around his lower limbs as he was grabbed by the brambles.
Oh, your legs are all chewed up right here. That's not good.
We apparently made camp beside brambles.
Oh, well, it was dark and we couldn't see anything. Those things are bad. Okay, so I'm gonna try something first. I'm really good at sewing. We gotta clean this out.
Okay.
All right, so Dee Dee is going to use.
When you're at half hit points, you're not a chooser.
Yeah, she's gonna strip him out of his dirty clothing and armor, and use create water to basically clean him out, and then she is going to use the I think the cure wounds portion of, I forget what it's called, treat deadly wounds part of the heal skill.
Yep.
I just want to check to see how long this takes.
I think it's an hour.
Yeah, she's gonna. Yeah, it's an hour. She's gonna do that.
Okay. Sorry. Sulfur is prepping his spells at this point in time. Like he's going here through his hour.
Do you want to heal check now?
Sure.
Okay. Dee Dee's actually become really good at this. She has an item somewhere that is granting a big bonus to this. Where is it?
Usually it's gloves, but I don't know if it's. Does she have a fun needle or something?
Her band of the springtime sunrise that gives her the phylactery and circlet of persuasion. She spent her money at a plus 10 competence bonus to heal checks into that headband.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
So she'll use a use of her healer's kit to treat the wounds, and if this thing edits, come on.
OneNote issues?
Yep.
So I'm having that.
Reload here.
So I believe you can save your healer's kit by taking a penalty equal to the number of charges, or 2 times the number of charges you didn't use. If you feel confident that you can meet DC 25, would be where you get the like. There's no more bonus after 25.
She gets more hit points the more that you. If you exceed by 5 or more, you add your wisdom.
Right. So if you basically, if you take 1 and get 25, then don't use the healer's kit and save the charges. You know what I mean?
She's got a plus 23, so she'll use a kit.
Okay.
Gets a 39.
And it's 2 uses of a healer's kit for treat deadly wounds.
Okay.
So it's 2 charges off the kit, or you could do it at a -4. Okay, so you make it. It's 1 point of per hit per level of the creature, and wisdom mod. So what's a wisdom mod?
I believe it's plus 3. I need to check. Wisdom's plus 1. Boo.
Okay, so he currently has 30 damage remaining.
All right. Let's see.
It sounds like you have a washing machine going on beside you there, Ahmed.
No, it should be quiet, but I'll turn it off. Turn it off. It's enough of you.
It's like a sound.
Better?
Yep.
Cool.
30 healing. Is anyone else in the party hurt? I think everyone's healed, right?
Yeah, you were all except for Octo. You were able to defeat those groups without really engaging them. So nobody got hurt from your group in that last interaction, and I believe you healed yourselves up before going to bed for the evening.
Cool.
While they're doing this, Desaad is gonna sneak. Well, actually, maybe later. But Desaad's grabbing a hob tissue and goblin tissue.
You said you picked up an eyeball, and you don't.
I'll
weren't
pick
here for the.
something.
So you have an eyeball. You have an unidentified eyeball.
I'll pick up a something specifically goblin, something specifically hob.
Here you can easily pick up something specifically hob. You don't know if there's a goblin in the mess unless you want something from Jex.
Didi will use 3 first-level Oracle curing spells, healing him for 26.
Okay.
That'll probably do.
He doesn't complain about his 4 Bobo. He's happy to have had attention.
Drakester with the crazy 37-month streak going here. It's 3 years, dude.
3 years.
Wow.
Wow.
How are you doing, Drake?
Adulting and paying the bills. Yes. Being an adult. Step 1. Step 1 to adulting is to be an adult. It feels good to do adult things sometimes.
Yep, I am in full adult mode, getting up at 6 a.m. to deal with realtors and all sorts of things on the East Coast. Marty is this close to buying a home. So,
renting forever, not the best.
renting forever, yeah. This is a huge step from living in small apartments for, I want to say, 20 plus years at this point.
Yeah.
You were townhouse and a basement apartment. What our basement was, what I like.
Yeah.
Living in a basement, living in your friend's basement was the closest to a house that Marty had as far as I've known him.
We had a townhome, but we split it 3 ways, and then I lived.
It was pretty tight.
I lived in the basement.
Marty was the basement troll.
I fucking love basements, dude. Nice basements, not like creepy trollish basements, but the basement dweller. Yeah, grad school is it. You need to keep on top of it because you become overwhelming very easily. I think is the way to describe grad school.
As long as it, as an adult, I would look back on it going, you should be making your decisions based on financials, and it should be a financial decision the whole way through. It would be my advice. If you're doing something for passion, then you better make certain your financials are sorted, because if you're young, you don't understand. You don't understand yet.
Yeah, the financial gain of getting your doctorate is actually not there. Like, you're doing the right thing by getting your master's. Like, you will get that money back by getting a better job.
Yeah.
Many times over. It might take a long time to do it, but you will be on a
It'll eventually
different
be a return on
trajectory.
investment. If
Yes.
you're in a STEM field, you'll eventually get a return on
A
investment.
doctorate? Wow, you are just delaying that by another 7 years, or like 4 years to get your doctorate on top of your master's.
At least 4 years of no income, and
then paying off for whatever you accrued during that 4-year time.
and then the typical salary for somebody with that education is lower than the typical salary of somebody with less education. So in most marketplaces, you make less money. You went to school longer and made less.
Yeah, I think master's is your sweet spot for trajectory. If you're in
Again, it's STEM.
Yeah.
Outside of STEM, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I don't understand. Like, I don't have the data. Have not looked up.
Exactly. No, I have no experience to run from, and yeah. All right. Okay, you were saying Kev Kev picked up he has a piece of hobgoblin.
Piece of hob. I thought there was another. I thought the Beastmasters were.
No, they were hobgoblins.
Yeah.
The DD has been working with Errol, and I believe Chagga was finishing up his sending spell.
Yeah, do you want me to post the sending?
Sure.
I wrote this after last game. That's how stoked I was. General, Phaenfar overrun by goblinoids. Thousands. Arrived via magic tower. Suspect gate. Town razed. Slew 350. Squad intact. Renegade tactics planned until new orders. Chagga.
Okay.
And Chagga he shushes everyone while he's waiting for the response.
We're being shushed. All right. The response comes with a slight delay. I will drop this in chat for all to see. It's also in the OneNote. Understood. What of Nolan? Other survivors. Attempt to confirm existence of gate. If not securable, disable bridge. No unnecessary risks. All hail the Undying Emperor.
Then why are you putting those 5 words at the end?
Oh, she wasted 5 words on all hail the Undying Emperor. I suppose they're not wasteful words if you're listening. Good job, Chagga. You did the right thing.
What did you say?
Chagga writes down in a little book and just shows it.
Hey, look at this! Hey! Chagga, do you like frog?
I haven't had it in a dog's age. I prefer some of that pig over there.
Oh, okay.
Capra's hucking a giant frog leg over his head. He's grabbing a hawk.
So what did you say? Or is this quiet? Shh, Sergeant, stop.
Apparently, she really cares about the old man. Nolan was the old man, right?
Nolan was the old priest.
Other survivor. It's not like we had time to help anyone but ourselves. We helped good Sir Errol the Grey here. Says Chagga. Look at how helped he looks.
All right, so it looks like we're gonna go and hit him again, huh? Well, hit him for the first time.
Attempt to confirm existence of gate. What does she think I am? A priest of the god of magic? Oh, yes.
Aren't you a priest of the god of magic?
Yes.
Well,
But it means we need to go into the excuse my blue tongue, Dee Dee, but into the fucking tower to make sure it's a gate.
Well, how else are we going to take the tower to ourselves?
Well, I guess we continue with what I believe we were supposed to do, which is renegade tactics. Fey tactics, if you prefer.
Oh, so we're gonna annoy the crap out of them until they leave.
That sounds about right.
Well, yes.
Annoy the crap out of them with big flaming arrows.
I think we should just let them know that this road is ours. Sulfur, Capra, could you make a pile of heads for me?
Sulfur, without hesitation, pulls out his big axe.
Oh, I guess Sulfur could do it. Capra, could you start making stakes and find some rope? I want to basically, and he glances towards where he knows Dee Dee is sitting, decorate the forest road.
I should have gave them a hand, unless you have something else for me to do.
Oh, Grackle, I thought you went down the road with Jex. He's all right?
Yes, I just returned when I saw you all huddled here.
Well,
Seems something interesting is going on.
maybe I could get a hobgoblin opinion.
What do you need?
Do you think hobgoblins and goblins would care if we displayed the heads of their dead? Do you think that they would think it would we intimidate them with such?
They are very superstitious.
Oh, settled then. Heads it is.
Oh, that's gross, Chagga.
Unfortunately, Didi, Chagga is right. This is well.
We're having breakfast in a blown out burned crater full of hobgoblins, because the hobgoblins were blown up right in this spot.
Right.
So there are hobgoblin bodies strewn around.
Well, somebody's got to clean up this mess.
From what I saw, they are in the wrong.
If you, Sulfur, if you want to pile the bodies in the middle of the road, would that be a safe place for us to have a pyre?
Yeah, looks good.
Okay, start making the pyre, Capra, and
Yeah, Capra will help.
Fire burns, very much the fire burns, fire burns.
Greco will give a hand with the.
okay.
All right, Marty. When you were saying the front guard and the rear guard, because I know we established it last session, but I don't remember. Which of the guards is the guard facing towards Phaenfar?
Phaenfar is Mort
Jax.
and Dukin, and Jax is. Oh, did I reverse it?
Oh, you said rear guard and foreguard, and
Okay.
I don't know what you meant. Like,
Jax-
what is your rear?
Jax is watching the rear, which is the road towards the forts,
Okay.
and Mort and Dukin are watching
The front line.
the front towards the front
Okay.
line towards
All right,
Phaenfar.
all right. That's the
Yeah.
the internal concept of fore and rear. All right, perfect. Who is playing Mort, and who is playing Dugan?
Pick whichever you want. I if you want, I can play both.
I can grab Dugan.
Morty Moore it is.
All right. It will take
you coming.
several hours to drag the bodies into the middle of the road.
It's fine.
So you're playing Mort, Ahmed? I need a perception check from Mort and Duckin.
Ooh.
All right.
Duckin's just settled in to like a high branch above Mort and just Duckin's,
Okay.
Duckin likes to sit.
Uh, 17 for Mort. Thanks a lot, there, Mordron.
Duckin gets an 11. Duckin's preening.
Mort's trying to do the same thing.
He's picking at his Under Armour with his teeth. All right.
Perfect.
Ahmed, roll up. Give me a percentile.
Perfect. 13.
Okay.
Lucky number 13.
They hear footsteps. They hear lots of footsteps. Footsteps are rather close. You're guessing hundreds, if not thousands, of footsteps.
Okay, Duckin is
He grabs the duck and throws it at Chagga.
Duckin's gonna fly.
Wings open.
Duckin's gonna fly back. It gives a little duck noise to Morton.
Okay. You have 2 rounds as the people who are supposed to be paying attention weren't all that paying attention, but they get back to the group with 2 rounds. They know that there are thousands of footsteps on the road.
Oh, everyone, get ready! Chagga doesn't think we're going to be able to outrun this, so I think we're going to make a stand in the trees here.
Okay. Sulfur is going to climb a tree. He's got climb speed, so he's just going to climb up. Capper's going to hide in the trees.
Grackle's gonna make his way to Mort. Are you ready to start slaughtering like there is no tomorrow? Always. Something like that.
Okay.
Chagga, while at camp, used a couple of spells to heal Octo.
So that was 1 move.
That's what I was searching for while you guys were...
All right.
He's going to Cat's Grace himself. I have a plus 20 to use magic device.
You still can roll a 1.
No, 1. Got it.
That's where the rogue power that lets you not have to roll becomes really nice.
Yeah. Okay, he's got Cat's Grace.
What's Kev doing? What's Earl the Grey doing?
Earl the Grey is he is basically
Remember what happened last time?
he is going towards the bodies of the dead animals that weren't moved into the roads yet and hiding amongst them.
Chagga says, "If you expect to be healed, Earl, you should probably get behind us and draw a weapon."
Okay, Mort's gonna do his mutagen.
He moves to a position behind, hides at the trees, and he does have a weapon out. He has a longsword. He does have his armor on this time, as opposed to not having armor before.
Fucking coward, says Chagga. Chagga right now is the one with Los's urn. I think it's too dangerous to put it on the undead.
He's gonna go mutagen. He's gonna go.
So round 1, Chagga moves into position, lets Los know what's going on, and draws his tower shield. Round 2, what spell does he want? He wants fly.
Okay. Get everyone's actions together, Marty, if you could, for the and I'm let me then I'll grab Capra.
Los had mage armor up previous in the morning. He hasn't been able to finish his rest, right? So he's operating on his yesterday spells.
Yes.
Okay.
Divine casters that didn't rest still get their spells back.
Who didn't rest?
Los. That's fine. He used one of those. Okay. He still has lots of powers left. And he can cast lower level spells with higher level slots, so that's okay. So I think shield is one spell. And then he comes out. And then the other spell will be... long arm. I believe Los has combat reflexes. Yeah, Los with combat reflexes is pretty scary. Long arm, and he's going to hide in the trees. Or he's going to hide in the ground. Beep, beep, beep.
Okay. Give me a second.
Day. Dee Dee's going to cast shield. And communal delay poison. And she can get, I believe, 7 people with that.
Okay. Please put yourself on the map relative to your actual position, if that's where Grackle and Mort are. And please let me know if people are hiding or are visible.
So Dugan, Dee Dee, Chagga, Capra. If there's any reason why you shouldn't get delay poison, let me know. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
I enjoy pain and suffering. No, I don't have a reason for those characters.
Kev, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 will be, just because they're close, I think, Sulfur.
Okay.
Just because Grackle and Mort are out there a little bit still.
So it was delay poison, you said? Okay.
No, it's already on your tokens.
Perfect. Thank you. Let me grab Sulfur. He is going to cast he climbs the tree and will cast a Bull's Strength.
Oh no. Foxfire is spending a villain point for something interesting.
All right, good stuff.
Should I mark that as complete, Adam?
Yes.
I had Grackle and Mort move back, and Grackle met him halfway, so they're not that far ahead. Basically, there's a big pile of bodies here. This could be something we could probably...
Okay, the invisible Fae and Duckin are all hiding in the trees. Chagga is just standing behind a tree. I guess he could roll a hide, but chances of him actually hiding is low.
Okay.
Kev's moving up to these guys. Get on either side of me. This is going to be interesting. So these guys shuffle.
With his armor and his mithril tower shield. 9 plus dex is +2. -7 on his stealth check. It's a big shiny fat man in armor. -4. The tree's too slender. Octo has a burrow speed, so Octo is actually burrowed.
Perfect.
Just next to Chagga.
Okay. All right. Let's.
Oh, you're still too far to get healed. You want to be less than 30 feet away from us.
Okay.
Your job is to guard Capra. He's the archer.
Fly.
He's plunking himself beside Capra. He's looking at Capra's wings folded up on his back. And it was like...
Mort!
all right.
Grackle, you may want to hurry. Duckin gave me a report.
They're holding the line right there.
Is the Where is the decapitated body, or where's the pile of heads?
So right now the pile of bodies is here, ready to burn, and there's a pile of heads that are like close to camp.
Okay, so I'm just gonna make a pile of heads. And you said there were 54 hobgoblins in total that we killed the prior eve? Alright. I wonder if we should just burn the hobgoblin bodies now.
Start it. We will start the fire.
Foe is burning and the world's turning.
Hey.
We're gonna curse this road by the amount of death that happens here.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a bad day. So,
Well, okay, so this is their response. It's like a tit for tat kind of thing. It's like they sent out 50 hobgoblins to chase down runners. They didn't come back, and they're like, well, 50 hobgoblins all got completely captured and overrun. So we're going to send 1,000 to go find them.
they're not gonna come back either.
Well, that's the thing. They're dividing their forces, which is really good for us if we can get
Yes.
through today. If we can get through this is really good for us. Right now, Chagga is sweating buckets in his armor.
So we're gonna go round by round. So
Oh, do you have initiative ready?
give me so the at the first attack action, basically when attacks start flying is when we're going to break out to a round by a round by round. It's going to be us them for the first little bit here.
All right.
Although here, it's a good idea. Don't be lazy is what I heard. I heard a very subtle. Don't be lazy. So we're gonna go.
Desaad Kev cast fly on Grackle, actually. It's one of his thing.
That was Fox. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna put it on the initiative sheet as Fox's surprise. All right. Now, give me a tick to populate some of these.
Everyone, be brave. Jex's actions. Give me a second. He drank his mutagen and cast a shield spell. Or drank a shield spell, sorry.
Okay. We have your boy. Those are. Do I have everything open? I do. And where the hell are? Give me 1 second. I need to find where the god in which bloody book that beast is in. There we go.
You got Mort's like mutagen. Okay, cool. You got it. And I don't really know how Dugan buffs. Give me a second.
There's not a lot going on.
I think it's
No.
like mage armor, although he's got good armor, so that's not a thing. He's invisible.
Okay, when they are a round away, Kev is casting haste.
So we're gonna go like give it a second. I need
Where's the front line going to be?
Right. Front line's gonna be well,
At this tree
Grackle,
line?
Grackle's going. Let's see.
Make them climb through the bodies and heads.
Yeah, all right, but it does give him a bit of cover. But okay, yeah. But you guys are too close. We don't want to.
Don't worry. I think I know how to funnel them in where we want.
Okay. I guess Los is moving back.
No, Los is hidden in the ground.
How beautiful.
You guys walk by and his head is like kind of just coming out of the ground. He's like, "Hi." He says to Morton.
keep a little bit up because I'm gonna haste you.
all right. So sulfur is that. He's gonna have the bull's strength, and he's gonna have a magic circle against evil because evil is bad. Capra is, I think if we're going,
Jex is probably gonna be called over.
And yeah, no, he's hiding behind these two trees right here. He's got an 80-foot range with his gun. So
Okay.
or he'll hide behind this big thick tree. He doesn't need to be. He sneak
doesn't need
attacks.
to be
He
close.
sneak attacks at 50 feet, I want to say, or 60. Give me a second.
Grackle. I mean, Desaad wants him a little bit closer.
Sure, you wave him and you wave towards.
Actually,
where
no. He can. No two can be more than 30 feet.
so Capra is going to drink his mutagen first.
That's fine. He can be closer. He's hiding behind this tree.
Oh, you got mutagen. So he drank his mutagen. I think he had some. So he drinks his mutagen for sure, and I think he's going to good hope in an area.
Who's getting a good hope?
Capra, Chagga, Kev, the Octo, Draco. If you step over a little bit, you'll get it. And Los, Mort, and Errol the Grey gets a good hope because he's in the range. And Capra's slightly less vindictive than the rest of y'all assholes. I'm not saying he's not vindictive, it's just he's not as vindictive.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And Capra is starting from a stealth position. He is
He
hiding.
tells what's his name to move over as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
So okay.
And just
Now-
our cluster of.
So the initiative list is prepared. We are going to go like side by side until somebody breaks the peace, basically.
Fine.
Does anybody else have a temporary modifier to their initiative?
Grackle has this cat's grease.
Okay, and which gives you how much, Dex?
2.
Is that 2 over your... Do you normally have none?
That's right.
Grackle...
Good Hope, it says it affects checks, and initiative is a dexterity check.
Mm-hmm.
So I think everyone with Good Hope has a +2.
Cool. That's cool. We've never used that before, but that's a good spell. I love that spell, so...
So that's Chagga, Octo, Los.
Chagga, Octo, Los, Grackle, Kev, and Morton. Oh, and we should put Errol the Grey's in there. Errol the Grey gets a +2. Because he got Good Hope.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so our turn, theirs.
Your turn, their turn. Yep.
Okay, Dugan is going to fly a little bit closer.
And there's enough light that this is just not visible. They're coming around a
Daytime.
bend, so that at that point the trees become too thick to see without changing your position.
Okay, Dee Dee hears a lot of people coming, and we want to slow people down. So Dee Dee has a once per day entangle, which she's going to use.
Okay.
Combat sheet. Dee Dee. Entangle. Tick. And she's just basically going to make a very difficult area to walk through in the middle of the road. I know this has a reduced DC, but there will be slow on the approach here, and I'll mark down the DC of Dee Dee's. Dee Dee's Entangle is 18, so this will be DC 16 Entangle. She hides behind the tree with Deccan.
Okay. Capra's going to give himself an abundant ammunition because it seems like that's going to be needed.
Dugan is going to use his telekinetic power to drop his necklace of fireballs into the middle of the entangled area.
All right, so Dugan is setting out a claymore.
The necklace of fireballs is there. And he whispers, "You see where the grass is all funny there, Sulfur? I put a bomb there. You hit it with a fireball, that bomb's gonna go off. Wait. Yes, wait until there's lots of clusters in there, and you'll get a good boom."
Okay. Capra cast a buff. Errol
I'm just gonna
quivering in the woods.
cross that out of his sheet for now. There are 266, 246, and 4 2d6 fireballs in that cluster.
There's going to be a problem. Okay.
All right, so these are the people in the trees. What's Sulfur doing? Sulfur has gotten... Oh, he's got buffs. Okay.
Sulfur has buffs. Sulfur is going to, as a third buff, he is going to... I don't think we need a line weapon communal at this point. We want our wall of fires. I don't think he needs a divine power. Could scare them with a clarion call. He cast a bark skin.
Um,
Not being a dum-dum. Make bark skin go now.
What do you think?
Uh,
A wall of ice, guys, that goes like this?
yeah. So yeah, that's good.
Okay, so Chagga uses it's give me a second. Wall of ice. It's 10 feet square per level, so that is basically a 10-foot tall wall of ice. If we want to start drawing it,
Cool.
kind of isometrically. There's a big wall.
See, I would put the entangle over here.
Oh, we've got other entangles.
There's
more.
tentacles.
Basically, he's gonna like what we don't want them doing is running around and coming at us from the side. So if we can funnel them into this area, big burning hob pile plus entangle, and like a clear wall with enemies. I think we could also duck behind this wall. So yeah, Chagga uses a charge from the staff that he has. I believe it's coming from a staff.
Yep.
Yeah, the staff from the.
No. This is a rune staff. He's using one of his 4-circle spells to convert into a wall of ice.
Nice, very nice. Quick question: can you faint more than one creature in a round?
What do you mean?
There are 3 creatures in front of me. Move, action, faint. Move, action, faint. Move, action, faint.
I think you can do that with 3 move actions to faint 3 creatures. I don't think you can faint a troop because it's not one of the things on the list. I don't believe you can. Like, I think that there's a bunch of that stuff that is.
I think it's because they are immune to effects that you target one creature with. So I think that's what happens, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good.
And we talked about it offline. Like, I don't think we can exclude troops from the healing.
No, it's an AOE. They get it, and they get time and a half. And it's just that's all that. Give me one. Are all your actions done?
No. So
For 2 rounds, right?
no. It's 2 rounds, and we're going round by round. So this is the third.
Going round
round.
by round. This is
Octa just remains burrowed. Jex is going to do a thing. Let me look at his powers.
Does Mort have a bull strength? Should.
He's going to cast his mage armor because he doesn't get it for very long, so he has to cast it as a battle buff. Los will cast a spell because that's what he do. I think if we're going to get into it today, he's going to put up a mirror image.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a 7th level caster, so I think that's 1d4 plus 2, 5 images.
Oh, yes. Belt of strength.
And he's still hiding in the ground. Is Mort getting big, or
Mort's gonna get.
Why don't you get big and go just behind the wall for a moment? Boom.
Okay, if Capra can get a little closer, he'll be in my haste.
Who's my?
Desaad's.
Or more can be partially concealed there. There.
Okay. All right. So I reread the troop attacks. It's going to be really important. The troops auto attack once each round. They don't attack multiple times. So previous versions of troops, they were attacking in sort of different configurations. They get 1 attack each round. I think with the 3 action system, they could probably use some of their special abilities and attack. It's just they attack as a thing. It's just a non-action to do.
Okay.
All right, because we've been using them inconsistently.
I'm done.
All right.
Ahmed, are you done with your guys?
With your garbage?
No, your guys.
I heard garbage too. I mean,
I did garble the first word. Garbage. You know, with your garbage.
Gurs.
So power attack and mutagen, and then plus another 2. Okay, so that's where he's going to be hanging out. Yeah, I think these guys are good to go. Yeah.
At this point, you have a big ass wall of ice, a spell that they probably wouldn't have seen, and a pile of dead guys in the road. You hear goblin sounds of alarm. They're yelling back, like something's wrong, something's wrong. Smells in the field. One's yelling about ice. They're concerned with what they see in the jungle before them, primarily the big ass wall of ice. They seem to be more concerned with the big ass wall of ice than the pile of dead guys on the road.
Don't we look like the guilty party?
Yeah. They might not know you're there, but I think for the next round we're actually going to go tick by tick because they now know you're there. So we'll start moving through actions and groups.
How long does your haste last, Ahmed?
9 rounds.
And was it to Sod?
Yeah, he hasn't cast it yet. Soon as when these guys are good to go, he's gonna cast it.
Capra, I think that's within arrow range.
You want your haste now?
Have at it, Capra. Loose.
Yes, sir. All right.
Hey, you want your haste or not? What the fuck?
Capra's firing arrows.
I think the amount of damage Capra does, even non-hasted, we need him to start firing arrows. Yep.
All right. Let's just figure out. I'm gonna have to make some notes here. Okay, so that's how much those have. They have an AC of that, and
Yeah, you're getting a haste.
Okay.
Haste is up.
Okay, the haste is up. All right. So Capra has a Bard Song not up yet. Is Dee Dee putting up Bard Song in her plan or no?
Yeah, she will on her turn.
Okay. So this is without Bard Song. It's a plus 21. His bonuses to hit are I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll be 6, 7. So he's got. I'm just going to put a note on his thing. Plus 21, and then.
Sorry, Dee Dee's warming up.
All right, so that becomes plus 22, 22, 17, 12 will be his normal attack routine plus range penalties. His damage, just because I don't want to constantly have to review back. He's putting more elements. Actually, we'll add an additional plus 2 there to hit. He's gone from just more bonuses to hit and damage as opposed to elements, because he's already got 3d6 elements. All right, damage is going to be 21, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 19. So it's 1d8 plus 3d6, 6 plus 19. It'll turn into 21 pretty quick here, so I'll just put 21 there for now. All right, he is loosing at goblins. Hits. Haste attack. Ooh. Hits. The many shot has the potential to take out a troop on its own. So this is 2d8 plus 66 plus 19 plus 13, or plus, yeah, the 19 plus 13. 63 damage. He scatters this troop with a many shot.
Ooh, good hits, Capra. I like how the goblins explode.
Don't get too used to this. It's okay.
It's the haste spell.
Plus 19, plus 19. He's going to put two arrows on the next troop. 67. All right.
Yeah, exploding.
And then it's secondary, tertiary, and then so there's 3 more arrows. So 2 on the next one. 73.
Holy fuck, Capra is doing 3 troops a turn.
And then that was the many shot. Then next two. There, 3 troops. There are survivors that are basically joining other goblin troops.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Bard song up yet?
No.
Our song's not up yet.
I know. His arrows are like howitzers. It's like they're exploding in multiple energies and ripping through goblins. So he does damage to the 1 more troop, is what you're saying?
It was first attack, rapid shot, secondary, tertiary, many shot. So or haste attack. So that was the many shot, 2/2. So that's all. That's all.
Okay,
of it.
those are all of his attacks.
Yeah.
Oh, keep on firing at your leisure, Capra.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir. Yes, sir. There's gonna be a hell of a mess out here, sir.
Fuck you. All right. The goblins feel engaged. Los.
Los is going to cast See Invisibility because we know there are specials amongst their group. And we will find them because Los's perception is through the roof. He stays hidden in the ground. I don't know if you need a stealth check.
No, at this point, no.
Okay.
I'll let you know when they're actually needed. Just say you're stealthing and we'll sort it out when that occurs. Grackle.
Staying hidden. Nothing to do yet.
You have any potions to drink or any buffs to put up?
No, he's ready. He's good to go.
All right. Next on the initiative.
Uh-oh. It's that time again.
I know.
The time of evening.
No.
Internet.
3, 4, 5, 6. Eight.
All right, I'm gonna go pee. I'll use this opportunity. It's going to go up and down for a little bit. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Have
All right.
fun and.
Ahmed, what do you think? Where should we we're definitely gonna funnel them here. Do we need another wall of ice to keep them from going into the
I think
woods?
that's a good idea.
Okay.
I think it's a good idea. Start firing with my pistol into that crowd, by the way.
What are Grackle and Kev doing?
So Kev is going to be Kev can start firing with his pistol into that crowd.
Yeah, they're too far
So
away.
minus what? Minus 5 increments, so minus 10.
Yeah, but you're not doing touch attacks at that range.
Oh shit! Yes, right. That is correct. So.
Do you have a regular bow or something?
Yeah, Kev has a bow. He has a scroll of lightning.
Lightning's 120 feet, so you're still.
Yeah, he's waiting till they get to here, and he can hit a whole bunch of them, and he's going to use that twice with his gloves.
Mm-hmm.
So he has a whole bunch
what?
of those with scrolls and.
Chagga should put up communal resist energy because we know that there's.
It's going to be a fireball or some shit.
Well, we know that we know that they nuked that building with acid, right? They did 300 damage with acid. So I think a communal resist energy. I prepared 2 of them today. I think Chagga needs to spend his rounds doing that.
That would be very good. So
Okay.
Kev is going to do his lightning. Grackle's melee. He's not. I mean, Grackle and Mort can get out there and start fighting.
I don't want you to go too far. I
But
want
that's
I
fair.
want Capra to spend 100 arrows doing this bullshit.
Yeah, there's no need for us to go out
Yep.
yet. Just put up another wall. If they're starting to move around, put a wall. Make it obvious.
Yeah. Chagga's also got a stinking cloud and spiked pit. Like he could play
Controller.
Yep. Los has one more entangle as well.
Nice. I thought Didi did the entangle.
Yeah, Los has 3 per day. Didi has 1 per day.
Oh, she did one. So
Los has Los used 2 of his entangles yesterday defending the camp.
Oh,
and he hasn't been able to rest yet. Like he needs 8 hours of rest or 8 hours of idleness because he doesn't have a con score to recuperate his spells.
Got it.
Was it both fire and acid? Okay, all right.
Demon Lord. Oh my god, man. How you doing?
Crazy.
Nam.
Name.
Long time, man.
We are look at all the cheers. Nam. We are making our stand in the forest after our town got basically overrun with goblins. This iron tower appeared in the middle of this iron tower appeared in this middle of the town that the Southern Warband was tasked to defend, and thousands of goblins spewed forth from the tower. Like even the townsfolk didn't know it was going to happen. So we ran north of the town and been hiding in the woods. And a goblin troop of about 54 goblins, hobgoblins, came north. We took them out, and I guess the goblin response to them losing 50 goblins was to send thousands of goblins north. So this fight's gonna soon get very, very, very bloody, and we opening salvoed with Capra's attacks against 3 goblin troops and dispersed them. And we were just chatting about how do we protect our guys. So, yeah, let me look at the...
Yeah, they within 2 rounds they'll get to us, right?
Yeah.
Some way.
Yep.
You can drop that right next to the wall of ice. You can put it right next to the...
Is it more important for me to get the communal resist up, or is it more important to get the wall of ice up?
No, get the resist up.
Okay.
If there are trees, Grackle can put a web right here.
Yes, do that.
Yeah.
Could we get a couple of lines showing the road, Adam?
Sure.
And then where the vegetation is, or where the trees are, might be helpful. Demon Lord just dropping the cheers. Thanks, bud. You have an army of bits. Nice. You're spending them very economically. 1 bit with a rip cheer. That's awesome.
Okay.
So I can't because Apple said "fuck you, leave" because my internet was poopy. Yeah, I'll get drawing as soon as I get stable.
So Adam, Grackle's putting a web to the right of the entangle, but a bit out, so it doesn't let them flank too far to the right.
Yeah, what we want to do is create this big web next to the trees so that they go through the, like, who's going to walk into the big ass spider?
Yes, somewhere over here, right? Because it's I think it's, what is it, 30 foot or 20 foot radius? It is a 20-foot radius, yeah.
That's neat, Kenny. If we're ever defending a fortification, that's an interesting.
Yeah, he'll put it.
The anti-sapper drum.
He'd put it over here somewhere. The web.
So like here, Ahmed?
A little bit more to the right, because if they get around it, that's fine. It's still a bottleneck for them. So he
And then
yeah,
there's
about there.
and I'll just unfog a little bit more because we're probably going to need some of that space. You can see a little bit further down.
Okay.
There's a turn in the road at that point, but I have a line here that I don't plan on twisting. So,
Mm-hmm.
All right, so point at the center of your. Well, first thing, I'm going to redraw.
We need to read the yeah.
Sorry, I was drawing on the same layer.
Yeah, it's fine.
Burp. And then the web spell. Point at the center of the web spell on it.
Yeah, probably right here.
You want it way over there?
Yeah, it'll come out to the edge of the entangle.
You want it right against the entangle?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess right about here.
There we go.
Thank you.
What's the DC of that?
This is DC 13.
13? Okay. And then it looks like part of DD's entangle is actually at the true DC, where there's trees.
Yes.
Okay. Where there's trees and grass. So that section's DC 18, this section's DC 16.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
The trees are difficult terrain. The grass is not.
Okay.
Once you get into enough of the trees, you start to get into
So
concealment.
these trees have now become double difficult terrain.
Very bad space. All right. Sorry, I apologize if something was sent in chat. I like my internet's been up and down, so I couldn't keep track of it. Okay.
Marty the monster. That's funny.
Bard song is up now or not yet?
I will accept that honor. go kill the PCs, or get really close to killing the PCs. Think that they're gonna die, and then
think they're gonna die, and then not.
Yeah.
That's typically that's the butter zone.
Yep. The players are like, "Oh, we almost died last night." That's the perfect.
That's what you want to hear.
Oh.
You don't want to hear, "Oh, I died last night." That only goes so far in creating tension.
All right, Crackle. There's no need for you to stand out in the open. Get behind Mort.
Okay. Octopede.
Just burrowed next to Chagga. Chagga knows where it is.
Okay. Fox's surprise.
That's a lot of goblins.
Okay. You hear some. There's a lot of noise. It's difficult to hear individuals, but there's definitely some shouting going on. The G troops. The remainder of the goblin troops are moving forward.
They are very brave.
Oh, they're kind of being told to. They move up to the magical effect. And you hear some more shuffling down the column.
We can hear that far? Damn.
There's shuffling down. You definitely hear shuffling down the column. There is shuffling. Dee.
Okay. Everyone be brave. We're not gonna let these bad goblins come into human lands, because Fae live there, and...
This is big signal.
Alright, so that was Dee Dee's Bard Song, which she can activate as a move action now, so she still has 2 actions. Oh, let's see what she could do.
Okay, be brave, Duckin.
Now, Dee Dee's going to cast See Invisibility on herself, so she can see anything bad.
Okay.
Okay. The
Mark, I wish you were here.
The HH troops, they synchronize initiative, so
Sorry.
this becomes as if they rolled an 11?
Oh.
No, a 12? Math, Adam? Yes, there we go. Yes, yes, you did the maths.
We have a good spot here, guys. I'm feeling very confident about our little tree line.
Yeah. We should be all right.
Yep.
How many can you exclude,
I
Chagga,
would-
with your...
I would have liked a few more rounds to prepare and get up a few other spells, but...
Your scouts have to get more than like a 17 on their,
Oh,
and then
fuck.
like, them being all like just standing out there picking their nose.
Mark's revenge. You want to play while I'm not here?
My guys are gonna roll poo poo. All right. Okay. Dugan Schmurf, if you could give me a resort, Marty, just.
Hold the line, Kenny. Nobody panic! Stop panicking!
Okay. All right. So their initiative went. They did their move. Dugan.
So, those goblin troops are within, I think, Dugan's ability to hit. I don't fully understand Dugan's powers, but
I don't know.
let me try. I think he can do a really far range.
I think he has to. He might have to Kamehameha it, but I don't understand how any of that shit works.
I don't think he does anymore.
All right, so he moves up to just behind the ice wall. He's blue. The ice wall's blue. It's all blue. So he flutters down from the tree as a move, and then his telekinetic blast is 120 feet, which is I think that first group. So,
No longer requires extra actions to use.
Yep. So I think he's gonna, from being invisible, he's gonna do his telekinetic blast. And I'm hoping Mark summarized the damage. He did. Cool.
Yeah, 46, 2d6 plus 3.
All right. +2 invisible, +2 bard song, +2 good hope. He's got the good hope, right?
Yeah. If he was close enough, he did.
Good Hope, Haste, Bard Song.
Haste. Okay.
So +5, +4.
Bard song's 2, good hope's 2, invisible's 2, +1 for haste. He hits
7.
AC 32.
Yeah. Their HP is much less than that.
Okay, he's not close enough to do sneak attack, so I think this just does 46 plus 2d8
That's 2d8.
plus 12, and I'm not sure what adds to the 12.
No, it's 14, right? Bard Song. It's 10
Oh,
plus
yeah.
2 Bard Song, 2.
14 good hope. I think he did 40. Ooh, look at that roll. 45 damage to the goblin troop.
Okay. He heavily wounds this goblin troop.
Yeah, boy.
And I'm going to subtract the damage a little bit from the extra goblins that sort of pulled in from the other troops that collapsed. So 40 damage to the
Oh,
goblin.
the extra goblins give 10 hit points to troops.
Yeah.
Bastards. The reinforcements. All right, and he's taking cover behind the wall, like he's behind that wall.
Yep.
All right, that felt Dugan-esque. He basically sent a little, like a little acorn blasting into the troops and exploded a bunch of goblins. Facade.
So this is at a minus if I want to attack from here, so it's 4.
You are 120 feet away, which is within lightning bolt range. Although,
Yeah, but I'm gonna wait to hit a line before. But with my pistol, that would be minus. I'm not doing touch attack, but still, that's -4. -4 to hit the first squad, right? She will do. So he's a double-barreled pistol, so, and then we'll attack after. He's gonna go again. So that is a, let's see, 6, 23, it's 19.
So what's the range of a double barrel pistol?
40. Let me check. I believe it's 40. Could be Scroods. That's nope, it's 20. Fuck.
I was just going to say.
Sorry.
That is a long ass way to be like.
Sorry, I was thinking of rifle. I was thinking of the rifle. Sorry.
Get behind the wall so you don't get murdered by arrows. Pick a tree, Kev.
He'll take.
Pick a tree.
Isn't there any trees here? Or...
Well, yeah, you can get behind this tree, I guess.
Sure. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
All right. That's the Sud. Desid. H troop.
Do you want me to move these 3 troops out of here, Adam? These dead troops?
No, they're good for now.
Okay.
We'll eventually get to a point where they'll become too messy.
Holy crap! Are these hobgoblins?
These are hobgoblins.
Holy shit! Look at
A fireball the area. Son of a bitch.
Their whole army is marching north. The whole fucking army. Of course, from our little dell, we might not have perfect vantage point, but yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of the sounds of footsteps. They walk a lot heavier than the goblins do.
You know, we can do this, guys.
I think we definitely can. We'll get damage, but we can do this. What the fuck?
Oh.
All right, making their ways through the trees.
Yeah.
Are groups of cavalry upon these large wolfish, not quite wolves, it's like oversized jackals. They are moving with vigor and body positioning, which suggests they are all professional warriors.
Capra. Those ones first.
They do have cover from within the trees.
Doesn't matter.
Concealment in the trees.
Oh, they've got dog riders.
The dog riders do have lances. We have a Mort. Mort!
I really don't think there's much that Mort can do.
Mort needs to buff. He needs to drink a potion. You can look deep on Mort.
He's got his mutagen. He's got his good hope.
He's got
Haste,
3 bull strength potions, and he has a +2, I think, from his belt. Drink a potion.
Thought his belt was a +4.
I agree.
He'll drink a bull strength.
Dig deep,
I realize
man.
DM. I agree with Marty.
Dig deep. And next he should be digging deep. All of us should be digging deep at this point.
You didn't know if it was an appetizer or if it was a 3-course meal. It's a goddamn buffet.
It's the beginning of our Saturday game. We've got 8 hours of combat ahead of us, apparently. Yeah, all of Mordor has come to this fucking place. We showed up and we, I guess, kicked the hornet's nest without noting that we were there for 6 hours in town before the magical mystical tower that no one knew anything about appeared. And then we're like, let's camp down the road. We got up after defending our camp, and then the army has been sent after us. Like, they are I think we still... This is the reaction to still kicking the hornet's nest. All right. Errol, I'm not sure what god you pray to, but perhaps you should quickly give a prayer now.
He rattles off at least 10 different gods, and at least one of the gods he rattles off is actually on the prohibited list. He's naming gods. He's basically doing his knowledge religion and is praying to everything. He might not be a holy man. Chagga.
Chagga's gonna cast communal resist energy. Ahmed, should I do acid or fire?
Acid. We saw
acid nuking.
saw acid. Do acid, then do fire.
Okay. Communal resist energy acid. All right. Chagga's only a 7th level priest, so I think he can get 7 people.
No, I think this one you have to touch people. I think you should.
Can he cast and move?
You can cast like so it's still range touch. So you're gonna want to get groups. So I would say that like you could get Capra, Earl, Kev.
So I'm hasted, so I can start moving amongst the groups to touch people, right?
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
that I am happy for that. That's not rules as written, but I'm happy for that to be how it works.
So
Because
10. Like with a haste, he can end up behind the wall and have cast the spell, basically touching everyone that he needs.
That he want to touch.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, so he ends up behind the wall. I'll tick off that spell, and he chooses acid, and let me put that on. That's 20 resist on Kev. Don't edit the tokens. I'm doing it.
Yep, I'm not.
Okay, so Kev is 1, Chagga is 2, Mort is 3, Capra is 4, Grackle's 5. It's like, who do we want to die?
Hey, what happened to Errol's buffs?
Dugan Schmurf is 6, and 7 will be... I think we suspect Los will just regenerate in his can if he dies. So, Octo is just a dumb undead. Like that will be an acceptable casualty if that happens. And Dee Dee's too far off in the trees, and Duckin and Sulfur are way the fuck up there. So, Chagga does have fly. Hasted fly means he has 30 feet more movement. So I think, yeah, Chagga doesn't have see and vis up. Shit. I think it'll just go on Jex. Alright. Boop, 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 boop.
Don't look at chat, guys. It's fine. All right. After Chagga, it is the GH troops. They're a little bit slow for goblins as they are making their way forward, and it sounds like there's more coming from behind.
Oh, look at that cluster. Jex starts firing at that first troop.
Okay.
He is hasted and can fire. Fire reload is a move, so I think he's got his loaded gun, so he fire reloads. One of those attack being a haste attack. Second range increment for his gun. He's got a bunch of buffs running. Mutagen, haste, Bard Song, Good Hope is +7. All right. I believe his range penalties are halved by something. No, maybe not. Okay, plus 7 is plus 19 minus deadly aim minus range penalty. AC 32.
Yeah, that hits.
AC 29.
That hits.
Okay.
It's critical threat if you have improved critical.
He doesn't have a high enough BAB yet.
Okay.
So 2d8 plus. Normally it's 2, and then Bard Song, Good Hope would be 4, so 8. Deadly Aim is another 8. Alright, he fires into the hobgoblin troop and does, with 2 bullets, 29 damage to this hobgoblin troop.
Okay,
Or to this goblin troop.
You disperse this goblin troop.
Nice.
Fire, reload, so his gun is is loaded at the end of his turn.
Cool. All right. Hey! You hear from the trees. Fire burns. He's just gonna shoot for like that big blob in the back because it's a fireball.
I think there are some really good choices for his fireball.
You know what? He says fire burns. If the sergeant doesn't give a suggestion, he's just gonna throw center mass. But Marty, we give Chagga a suggestion.
Yep. Oh, I don't know what's going on here because the troops are so big. Yeah, just shoot so you get some of the hobgoblins and the heavy troopers. I think he can get.
Yeah, when you zoom out, you'd think it covers the whole road, but the road's actually like a major road.
So he can get all 4 of these center guys and all 3 of these side ones. Like he can get 7 with a fireball.
That's going to be pretty cost effective, I think.
Yeah.
All right, this is empowered.
Nice.
Because there's no reason why it wouldn't be. We'll start with the hobos. I'm going to close the character sheet for brambles, unless we feel like throwing more surprises in.
There are brambles up the trees. They're just the big canopy of them. They start dropping. That would be bad. That would be so bad.
The brambles are just bad in general. Okay, the hob troopers have reflex saves of less than stellar. So it was 4 hobgoblin troops, you said?
5 hobgoblin troops get hit by the
5.
fireball.
1 makes it.
The one on the end. Okay.
The one on the end. All right. The 2 goblin heavy troopers. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Where are you?
Ahmed,
that one.
We're doing it, man. We're doing it.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
Yeah. There's
We don't need no stinking fort. We need Chagga 2 rounds to put up some ice walls. And
I just want to know how long this conga line is.
Well, that's the thing. just they're well, we know Acheron's involved. It's like they're emptying the plane into the prime material. It's like, they're all petitioners. Bunch of goblins breeding on a cube.
Abundant ammunition is 4, baby.
3 times 1.5 times 1.5. And I'm pulling out a calculator because fuck math at this point. 33. 74 damage. Except for that one. So 74. I don't know if the hob troops can take that level of punishment. It's close. Yeah, they're still up. 74. 74. 74. 74. And then
So 33 divided by 2 times 1.5 times 1.5. The one that saved takes 37 damage.
37. Cool. All right. Massive damage. Let me just check I think the heavy troopers have decent hit points. Yeah, they're fine. I mean, they're not fine. Obviously, they're not fine. They done got rocked. You hear in goblinoid mages. There's some disarray.
Oh, we like disarray.
General disarray.
Because guess who's next? Cabra, do you want to finish off those troops that...
Aye, aye, Captain.
All right. He's going to basically throw arrows at the hobgoblins because they're the ones that seem to be carrying a lot of bows and arrows. All right. Let's just see the...
Mop up what sulfur started, says Chagga.
First attack hits. Second attack hits. Third attack hits. Fourth attack. Ooh, that one misses.
Good Hope Bard Song, haste.
Good Hope Bard Song, haste. Give me a second. Let me check his token. That's all already included on his roll. That's a plus 14, then range penalties. No, he missed with range penalty.
Okay.
The haste attack does hit. Okay, so he is doing on average 20 damage per hit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He disperses these 4 hobgoblin troops, freeing up the center of the road.
Well, if they want to walk on their dead, that's fine.
Was that good, Captain? Captain, Sergeant, Captain?
Just Sergeant's fine. If you can't remember that, Chagga is okay.
Chapman?
Whatever.
All right.
Los is going to... He sees those doggos, and he's going to rip off another entangle. This is his last for the day. He gets 3 per day, but he casts 2 of them in the defense of the camp last night.
Sorry, what was that?
Entangle. He sees doggos coming, so he's going to...
Yeah, entangle was very effective, yes.
Yep. And his DC, it looks like it's all in vegetation, so there are trees that are twisting and underbrush that are grasping. And I use words to fill in the gap while I'm searching. DC is 18. Right. And he's still hiding in the ground. He popped his head out to cast the thing and then hit back into the ground. Well, I feel that, Kenny, this is a battle. The war will be long. I am sure that Adam will happily take input from you guys on how to make the troops spicy. This is like their opening salvo across the border, and they ran into a hard nut.
They ran into an interesting speed bump along the road.
Yep.
Crackle. Or if you're there, if you're on a couch, then you holding fast. What you doing, Chud? What are you doing, bud? The gray square. All right. Crackle is holding firm. We're going to say delay / ready unless he does something different. Octopede.
Grackle's going to throw an alchemist fire to start the hobgoblin troop fire.
Cool. Okay.
I was gonna drink a bear's endurance, actually.
Okay, you drink a bear's endurance then. Go.
That's a little bit more important right now.
All right, sure. You weren't
All right.
there. I was
More
already
hit points to take away. Perfect. Octopede.
Remains hidden at Chagga's feet. Well, actually, not. It's not at Chagga's feet, but remains hidden. There's a bad undead under the ground, under the sod.
All right. Goblin troops.
They got exploded from the rear. They might just run forward.
Third forward.
Yep.
All right. These troops end up getting stuck in the webs, potentially. These ones, seeing that happening, are trying to worm their way around. So they get to there. These two are going to make their saves.
Stuck in the
Sorry,
entangle?
sorry, I said webs. I meant entangle.
Okay. Sorry. Cool.
He's okay. I don't need that one. I need this one.
Let them come to us.
Okay. The one troop is successful and it moves through at half speed. The other troop ends up getting sort of bogged down. It moves forward a little bit and then ends up getting stuck. All right. And then you see some more goblins coming in from the rear. Sorry, 1 second. I've got people making requests and they're busy little bees.
This feels like payback, Ahmed. This feels like we're getting some payback.
I didn't do anything.
This feels good so far. It feels good.
I don't
It's
even
tense.
know these assholes. Oh, this is good so far. All going according to plan. Except for those riders.
Yeah, well.
Have a fast move speed.
Yep. All right. So those are the goblins. They still haven't been able to engage in melee, and they do have some spears on them, but they're not throwing them at this point. Okay. Next, Didi. Didi, you've witnessed as much death this morning as you witnessed over the last 24 hours. You've doubled the amount of death you've witnessed total, almost. Not quite. There's quite a bit in town.
Everywhere I go.
Okay.
Just don't think of them as people. It's okay. They're just a bunch of cockroaches or spiders or something.
Does she see any, from her vantage point, any people with funny hats? like, does she see the leadership or anything that she thinks is like?
So each general group of them appears to have at least somebody who appears to be in charge. But aside from the, it appears that the Wolf Riders are much more explicit in their action.
Yep, she's maintaining Bard Song, and then I'm gonna look at a spell. Okay, Didi is gonna slip down behind Capra, still kind of using Tree as a cover.
Here you go.
And she sprinkles some diamond dust on Capra, giving him a hero point. Using Heroic Fortune. You have to spend the hero point within 7 rounds. It's called...
Let me know when you want me to fire that off, because it sounds like it's likely an extra attack. or a don't roll 1 type thing.
Yep. That's fine.
Okay. Fox's Surprise.
We have a lot of people in the party that have seen visibility up right now, Adam, just as an FYI.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mort for one.
Mort, Duty, Los.
The sod.
The sod.
All right.
There's a wall of ice. It's a little bit out of range. Okay.
Oh wait, no, Desaad doesn't have it yet.
All right. There's movement, but nothing that can be seen from your vantage. Mr. Schmurf.
Well, let's dissuade. Gonna pop set up. You'll attack the goblin troop that's coming in. Let's just dissuade them from, not from coming any closer. Let me look at Dugan Schmurf's. I think it's an attack roll. His bonuses are insane. He hits. He doesn't crit. He does 4d6 plus 2d8 plus 12 plus Bardsong. I don't think he... Okay. He does 40 damage to the goblin troop in front.
Who's shooting?
Whipping another pine cone, just like pine cone raises up and...
Oh,
Doing significant damage to that troop.
Yep.
Tearing off.
And then he's basically hiding back behind the tree again. His stealth is plus 17 when he's sniping.
Okay.
So he rolls a nat 20 on his stealth. He's got a 37.
He has Vara Sneak.
Yep.
Okay. After Dugan Smurf, it is Desaad.
all right. Desaad is readying a. He's got a scroll out. He's readying to cast.
Okay. Got your scroll. You're ready to cast. You're using your gauntlets as part of this cast.
Yeah.
What's that item again? I just like to take a peek.
It is the vestment of mnemonic
Vestment of Mnemonic Enhancement.
enhancement. Yeah.
Okay. Mnemonic Vestment. The wearer, if the wearer is a spontaneous caster, once per day cast a spell, he roll the slide, as if she knew that spell.
I'm using one of my own spells to.
Okay, so when you're doing that, you are ticking off one of your own spells.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And who created the item for it?
Didi.
Didi? Okay, Didi was able to make the cash roll. We'll check for that one, right?
She built it 3 times.
Cool. We'll spend some of autumn.
This was
to make so that she could have successfully created the 17th cast roll item.
that was in before the downtime.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Downtime. She has craft clothing plus 17. With tools that is plus 17. With this cogs help that's plus 22.
Plus 20.
Take 10, 32. The DC of the item would be 5 plus 17 plus another 5 for not being a caster. That's 27. And then I don't know if it has a component in there. So I think
you have to be a spontaneous caster, which she already is.
Yeah.
So
she makes it right on by taking 10. Like it was close, but
it's just one of those. It's just like cast level 17.
Couldn't have done it without cog, like without potion focus.
Yeah. Without teamwork.
Very welcome.
Go team. Yeah, you should thank yourself. All right. Okay, Desaad is ready. Hob troops. Fireballs were bad. We don't like fireballs. They're going to move forward. Oops, they can't move forward. Oh no. All right, let's do this again. They move forward.